All right. Notifications are going out right now as we speak. And I'm going to check my microphone because somebody told me yesterday it was a little bit too low. So let's adjust this microphone. We're waiting for the notifications to go out, folks. And we're just a few minutes away from going live. Just wanted to remind each and every one of you that we will be back on the air April 8th, 2019. I always forget the year. I don't know what's wrong with me. So April 8th, 2019, we'll be back on the air for another week of Have Faith, Let It Begin live. This one will take place live from my home, so get ready for that. We're going to be going live in a few seconds officially for the 7:30 start time. Remind you that we are now available on the Alexa app. So you can go to Alexa, just say Alexa, open Spreaker. If you haven't downloaded it, download Spreaker, of course. Then you're going to say Alexa, excuse me, let's start that over. Once you download Spreaker onto Alexa, you're going to say, Alexa, open Spreaker. It'll say it's open, and you're going to say, Alexa, play Have Faith, Let It Begin. And there it goes. So, folks, without further ado, let me get started with another edition of Have Faith, Let It Begin. It is Friday, and I can't wait to start the weekend, can't you? Let's get started. When I was a child, my mom always told me, Angel, when you were born, all the angels came from heaven. Do you know why? Because you're special. On June 16, 2018, I launched my show, Have Faith, Let It Begin. I always wanted to change the world, share my personal testimony, share real-life stories and motivational topics to set out to go out and change the world. Join me each and every week, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m., because this is a show all about faith. My name is Angel, and welcome to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hi, I am Mia. You're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Hello, my name is Amari, and today we are back on another episode of Have Faith and Let's Begin. Hi, my name is Isabella, and you're listening to Have Faith, Let It Begin.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. My name is Angel, and welcome to the Friday, I can't believe I'm saying this, April 5th, 2019. It's Friday, and we have another episode today, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to take the time just to wish my niece, who you just heard do the voiceover, Isabella. She's not feeling well. So we just wish her speedy recovery. Your uncle loves you, and I hope everything gets better. Just, know that I'll be praying for you. Rest up, enjoy your day, and relax, okay? All right. Folks, it's Friday. We've had crazy responses to this week's episodes. So let's get started with another one. If you just saw the title when you pushed the button to go live, you saw when it said, what happened when? Well, we've had a segment in the past where it was called, Remember When. So this will be what happened when. And let's get started. Here we go. What happened when we were younger and we would go to school and we would have books in our book bags or lockers? What happened when teachers would ask you to open up to chapter 3 or 4 or 5 and we'd read and we would write down our notes on paper, writing in cursive? Nowadays, books are no longer available. They're using Chromebooks and computer technology. Kids are not even knowing how to write their names in cursive, let alone being taught cursive writing. What happened when we would get home? Our parents would tell us to make sure your homework is done. Instead, kids are going home to play Xbox, go on YouTube, and jump on different types of technology instead of getting their schoolwork done in time. What happened when kids actually respected their parents? When they were told to go to the room, it actually meant a bad thing. And kids would actually go there to ponder what they thought, or ponder what they've done, and think about their actions so they can come back down and apologize for what they have done or who they've hurt. What happened when we get older and we actually used to walk into a facility for a job application and we didn't have to go online and put our attributes down on paper? Instead, we'd walk into a place and say, hey, my name is Angel. I think I'd be a great asset to your company. I wanted to know if I can, possibly go for a position here. What happened when we would call up after something had occurred in our life, maybe an error in a bank error or a credit card error or a mistake at a cash register? We'd go back in and we'd say politely, hey, there was a mistake, can you correct it? Instead, people go in and the first thing they want to do is, can we get your supervisor, please? I'm not happy with this. I want something in return. I want something for free. What happened to the politeness? What happened to the forgiveness? What happened to the days when it felt if it was easier to survive in the world? What happened when the bills were actually cheaper? When produce and groceries actually was less? What happened to the days when you would get a paycheck, you'd pay your bills and still have leftover money? Yeah, what happened to those days? We can't really describe it, we can't explain it. But one of the things that we have to remember is that things happen for a reason. Things happen because we believe that change can occur at any given point in time. But here's the thing. What happens, and when you hear that word, what happens, we can't dwell on the past. We can't sit back and say, I wish those times were back. We have to move forward. But that doesn't mean that our actions, our personalities, our way of thinking, and our way of treating others had to alter with time. Just recently I was talking with an individual and they said to me, I don't understand how you can be so polite to people that are so rude to you over the phone. I said, well, that's the way I was raised. See, I was raised that even if the person was right, if they were rude, then they're wrong. But no matter how bad they treat me, and no matter how right they could be, you never, ever treat them with disrespect. You treat them with kindness. Now, don't get me wrong. We're human. And sometimes you have to give it back. Sometimes people don't listen, and I get that. So I don't want to sit here and say that I have never lost my temper or my cool with someone who's obviously not trying to give me the same respect that I've given them. But I believe that if everybody just thought the same way, as far as respecting one another, especially your parents, especially your elders. The hardest thing that you can see is having a brother, having a sister, having a sibling treat your parents like garbage. And they don't even realize that they're doing it. The actions that you do today affect your children and children's children for tomorrow. The actions that you do today affect the way people respect you. Just because you're out in the limelight, just because you're out in the world and you come off with this facade or this personality or this trait that you are the greatest person in the world, when you take off that hat, you should be the same person when you come home. You should be the same person when you're doing that with your family. You should be the same person with your wife and kids. I've had the opportunity to speak to many people, and I've seen people change when things don't go their way. I've seen people at their lowest, and they've taken it out on the people that have taken them in. I've seen people change for the better. So what happened when feeling sorry for yourself or learning from your mistakes makes you or made you a better person? What happened? The hardest part of this show for me is not trying to come up with a topic, because I believe God gives me that opportunity each and every morning. It's knowing and feeling that I'm not alone when it comes to these topics. And it hurts me, it pains me to hear when other people say, I can relate to your stories. Sometimes, believe it or not, I wish it was only me that was dealing with these issues. Sometimes I wish that it was only a few of us that deal with it and then learn from it and move on. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Many of us live lives to the fullest. They know how to treat their wives, their husbands. They know how to go out into the world and treat people with respect. And they live very comfortable lives. Don't get me wrong. They have their storms. They battle. They have obstacles. But it's those out there that are constantly miserable, upset, angry with the world. And yet they can't figure out why things continue to happen. Why nobody respects them. Why nobody takes the time to understand them. It's very simple. I've said this many times on this show. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you have been brought into this world for a reason. But that one reason is not, and I stress again, it's not to disrespect others, to disrespect your family, to disrespect those that have respected you and asked for respect in return. It's very hard. So today I challenge you with one other obstacle, one other homework assignment. When you go into the workplace today and somebody starts to complain or say, oh my God, I remember when we used to do this. Whatever happened to this? Reach out to them, talk to them, and say, you know what? That was then, this is now. Well, let's make it work for us, not against us. Let's not complain about all the things that should have or could have or used to. Let's not worry about what happened when. Let's concentrate on what's happening next. What can we do to be better individuals? What are we not doing? What are we not doing that hasn't changed us? And why haven't we looked deep down in the mirror and deep down inside and said, hey, the real person is inside of me. It's time to let that person out. It's time to remember. It's time to say what happened when I was younger and I respected all those that respected me. Think about that today, on this Friday. For Have Faith, Let It Begin. My name is Angel. Have a great weekend, and may God bless you. Amen. Thank you for listening to another episode of Have Faith, Let It Begin. You're going to hear episodes, me recording live as my daughter in the background, Ariel, will probably cry. You'll hear background noises like phone calls, and right on the cue, she's starting to cry. Don't worry, everybody. We're going to continue on like never before. And with Ariel in the background, knowing that in the future you're going to hear yourself crying like this, Mama, yeah, say hi to everybody out there. We just want to encourage each and every one of you to join us every single weekday, Monday through Friday at 6 a.m. Join me, Ariel, my family, and everyone as we continue our journey. For Have Faith, Let It Begin, my name is Angel. Say goodbye, Ariel. Say bye. And bye.